Now, guys, now I believe, yeah, it is working fine now. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. So what happened? The people started using this B language. The advantage of this B language was it occupies less memory. Along with that, one more advantage. When this was something called advantage, the people what they did, they started jumping towards which one from BCPL to B language. Why? Because it is a better to use B language, right? Because it has the advantage of using less memory. So everyone started jumping towards this one. I started using B language. At that time, as I told you that we humans never get satisfied. We require some other better solution after some time. And people started finding the disadvantage of this particular language. So what are the disadvantage of this B language? Why people rejected this B language? Because even though it was a less memory, what happened? It was a not a structured language. It was not a structured language. Means what is now structured language means? Whenever we do a coding, we follow some kind of a structure and we'll write a code based on that structure. Okay, what kind of a structure? For an example, if you want to give me the example in the layman words, what I would like to say is, if assume that there is one college. Okay, in the college there are different departments are there. Mechanical, civil, EC, CS, IS like this. Now, let me take mechanical students or mischief students, what they are doing, something they were doing in their lab, and due to which one fire erupts in the mechanical department. Okay, they are different department. Now, fire erupts in the mechanical department. Now, what is the solution for this one? We need to pour the water to reduce the fire. Yes or no? Now, to pour the water, if the fire is in the mechanical department, will you go and pour the water in CS department? Is it make any sense? No, right? Otherwise, to calm down that is fire in the mechanical, will you go and pour water in all the departments? No, right? Where the problem is there exactly you have to go and you have to pour the water. That is a better solution. Yes or no? So like that only, when we do the coding, assume that for an example of Gmail entry. Okay, in the Gmail, what are the functionalities we have? Sending an email, receiving an email, outbox, schedule, send, like different emails are functionalities are there. Now, sending an email, one particular place code we have written. Receiving an email, one particular place code we have written. Now, drafting an email, one particular place code we have written. Now, while sending an email, there is some problem is coming. Means why you should go and check the other components. Directly go to that particular component, make the changes, make the functionality, and that's it. That is what we call it as a structured program. These languages where how you know, or if one functionality, some 10 functionality, all the 10 functionality you should write in one place only. Okay, there is no structured only. That is the reason this language we call it as a non-structured programming language. So the disadvantage of this B language is that they are not structured programming language. Okay, if there is a disadvantage, people will use that. No. So to overcome this problem, one more famous person came in 1970s. Okay, actually this one came in 1962 to be precise, and 1965. Okay. Ken Thompson, Martin Richards, the developer's name. Okay, and let me come back here. In 1970, one very famous language was introduced. Okay, I will know if it is visible. In 1970, is it visible? Still not visible. Here, now visible. Yeah. Okay, this was introduced in 1965. It was introduced in 1962. Okay. Ken Thompson and Martin Richards, the names. Okay, in 1970, what happened? One more very famous person came, and the famous developer name was something called Dennis Ritchie. Okay, I believe you would have heard his name. Okay, and as well as his language. What he did, he introduced one more programming language, and he named his language as something called C language. You might have heard this one, right? C language. Till today, we are very commonly using this C language. Okay. So C language is very fast language. So most of the time for the IoT devices, what we will do, we will make use of a C language. IoT devices means, you know, right? IoT means language that is used to combine, means work with the both hardware and as well as software. Now, for an example, in the building, the fire that is sprinkle water will come, right? That system they have kept. Now, what happened? There is no. They will keep one kind of sensor. That is, whenever it detects a fire, okay, what will happen? Automatically, that water should sprinkle, rain should come, right? Like that. What does it mean? How does it is working with? In that language, in that sensor, the C coding would have been written. Why? Because C language is little bit faster when compared to any other language. Okay, so that is the. Now you might have seen that in the cars and all, when some accident happens, suddenly airbags open, so many alarms should be triggered, and for SOS messages should be sent to for the people. All these things are happening. Yes, that place also what is happening, that C language is used, and in the hospitals, that you might have seen some kind of ECG machine very fast from our heart. What will happen? The graph will be drawn. All those things. In such kind of medical equipment, also C language is used. Okay, there are multiple places where C language is used. It is used because of its fastness in the nature. Okay, and C languages, I'll speak about this C language. Let's come back here. So what happened? He in 1970, Dennis Ritchie introduced the C language, and he told that, hey guys, why are you using something called BCPL or P language? Please make use of something called C language. Okay, now you will ask suddenly, okay, boss, I'll use the C language, but what is the advantage of this C language? If you ask, he told something called advantage of my language is nothing but, first of all, it occupies what? Less memory, and boss, my language is what? Sorry? Fast and structured programming language. Actually, the fast will detect later. Okay. First, disadvantage of this one should become the advantage of this one. Then only market will adopt, right? Yes or no? Now, if you have a phone that has only 2 GB of RAM and it is slow, then what will happen? One more competitor will come here. He'll develop a new phone. He'll tell that, hey, 2 GB. Yeah, you take my phone. It has 4 GB. Right? That then only market, the consumers will transfer from them to here. Like that. Here was not structure, I'll make my language. That's okay. People were very happy. C language, it took so much of what is that? Name and fame. Okay. Everyone were amazed by this one structured as well as less memory. Yeah. Oh, everyone started using C language. You know, guys. Sir. Okay. Green enough. Okay. So now look at here, guys. When everyone started using C language, what happened? The people were very happy initially. Then what happened here is there was something called disadvantage also people discovered inside this one. So what is the disadvantage? The disadvantage of C language was there was no data security. Okay, in this language, there was no concept of data security. Whatever code you would have written, anytime they can hack it and they can change the data and manipulate the data. So there was no data. See, guys, I am telling this disadvantage in the year 1970s. Okay, not now. Now they have made the changes. Okay, I'm telling about C language. There was no data security in 1970. So what happened? C language initially got huge name and fame. And later what happened? They got this problem. So what happened? Whenever we write a code, now what is there? There is highest requirement of the security of our data. Now, see here, in today's world, people say that our data is nothing but new gold or new oil. People are earning billions. Why? How do you think these big companies like Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram, they are earning? Are you paying any money to them? No, it is free of cost. Why it is free of cost? Because they are collecting your data. The data they are Still, you might have seen the what is the turnover of those companies. It is in billions. Why? Because they have the data. So data is very important for us. Okay. So remember this. So what happened in 1970? People understood there is C language, which was has the advantage, but there is also disadvantage. Later they found out. So what is required? Some solution is required. Okay. So that is in 1980s. In 1980s, one more scientist came and he developed one more language. Is something called what? C++ language. The developer who developed this one is something called George Truesdale. Okay, George Truesdale. Now, what George Truesdale did, he invented one language called C++ in such a way that his language had some advantage. What are the advantage of C++ if you ask? That is, it occupies less memory, and next, what is that? It is what? Again, a structured programming language, and apart from that, definitely that it provided the data security. That is, provides data security, and how they provide it means in the form of OOPS concept. Means in 1980s, using the help of C language, C++ language, the first time the concept of OOPS concept was introduced. That is, object-oriented programming language was introduced. Okay, till today, what in all programming languages we are using, all high-level languages, they are using this kind of features only. That is OOPS language. But I've got something called an inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism, abstraction. All these are the pillars of OOPS language. Without that, you cannot write any kind of software nowadays. Okay, so that concept was introduced by Stu in C++ in 1980, and with the help of that, what is happening? The data security concept was introduced. And when this was introduced, it really made everyone in the IT world very crazy. Okay, because so many features it had, and everyone started using the C++. Okay, so this is how C++ language was introduced. Now, if you ask me, sir, then why don't you teach a C++ language? When there is one disadvantage of this C++ language also. See here, when the Stu got huge name and fame, money, everything in this world, but in 1980s, there was one team. Okay, the team. This one you have copied. This part you have copied. Unless this one you have copied. Please acknowledge me. Yes. Okay. If you have not written, please copy this BCPL, B and C language. I need to erase this one and I'll write something else. I'll give you 2 minutes. Make it fast. Online completed, guys. Stream is stuck. Praveen, now is it fine? Or still we are facing the problem? Guys? Now fine, huh? Okay. I believe you people have copied. Can I proceed? Now fine. Okay. I guess you have completed. Don't worry, guys. From next class, we'll make sure that this stucking problem will not happen. I don't know why for your class only these things happen. Not sure. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed, guys. Now we understood that in 1980s, when these people, this person introduced this language, everyone in the market started using this. Okay, everyone started using this one, and when they were using, you know, right, what will happen to humans when they get huge name and fame? Again, it's checking. Okay, when he got huge name and fame, what happened? He got lot of that. We say like ahankar ajata insan ke andar. You might have heard, right? Okay, like that he also got. Okay. Now there was a team called. There was a group of team member. Okay. Let me give the name. They have named their team as something called a green team. Okay. What these people they did? They approached something called Stu, and he told that, "Boss, your language is really good. I can be appreciative. But there is one problem in your C++ language. It is not portable. Okay? It is not a portable language. Now, very next thing, let's try to understand what is this portability. Listen, guys, very, very important. Just okay. Okay, what is this portability? Portability is nothing but a process in which the compilation will be done in one operating system and execution will be done in another operating system. Understanding? For an example, I'll take here as I have two computers, okay, and this computer I'll give name as something called Windows operating system. I'll take one more computer, and for this computer I'll give the name as something called Linux operating system. Okay, now what will happen in this computer? I'll do the compilation, okay, compilation of the code, and what I'll do, I'll give the compiled code to this one Linux operating system. This Linux operating system, what will do? It will run that particular code. Okay, now compilation is happening in Windows and execution is happening in Linux. The output will not. Output will never come. Such kind of a problem, such kind of language only we call it as non-portable language. Means compilation and execution will not happen in different operating systems. If it is same Windows and Windows, definitely it will work. Linux and Linux, definitely it will work. But when come to this one, it is not going to work. This problem was told to students. Now, if you are in a huge high peak, okay, at your career, okay, lot of people are calling you, giving lot of money. They're calling a guest lecturer, guest person, giving lot of name and fame. At that time, some small group of few people will go to him, will tell, hey, your language has a disadvantage. Will he listen? And tell, hey, I'll kick you, go get out of this one. And they'll tell that. So same things, these people also face the problem. Okay, that is the issue they told. And what they did, they started developing their own language, which has nothing but all these features. That is, I tell you as what are the advantage of their language? If you ask me, they told occupies less memory, and what is that? structured programming language. And what is that? It has the data security, and by the help of what? Cook's concept also. And along with that, they were making their language something called structure, not structure, sorry. It is portable language. Portable language also. Okay. But when this person came to know that there are a group of people who are working on a language which is something called portable. And what he did is a competitor, right? They are a competitor. What will do? They simply no. He everywhere. Whenever he go to give something called speech, he started giving the head speeches for it. So like, hey, there are some group of fools are there. They are working on some kind of language, something called portable. There is no requirement of that kind of a portable language. Now, one thing you should think that being such a great scientist, why is he ignoring this kind of a concept called portable language? Understanding? Being such a great scientist, when someone is giving you suggestion, there is a problem, he is not ready to listen. Why? Because he had one kind of idea in his mind. Okay? Because of that idea, this C++ language in 1980s, it got failed. Okay? And this language got success. I'll speak about that. Now, what is that main reason, that strategy that Schustrup had, that is there is no requirement of portable language in this world. Okay? And why this C++ language got failed also, there is one particular small scenario. Clear, you understood it? Online students, you understood? Please acknowledge me once. There is one good story I'll tell you now. Online, please acknowledge me. Yes. Okay, find this. Now, what is the reason he had a belief? Because, and why C++ reason C++ language, even though it had so many advantages, it failed because in 1987, okay, in 1987, Russia attacked Afghanistan. Okay, now you might think, sir, this is Java class or history class? Don't worry, everything is connected. Now, once this topic is done, I'll connect all the dots. You'll understand, yes, why I should learn Java. Okay, just give you a few more minutes. Now, in 1987, Russia attacked Afghanistan. At that time, what happened? There was a huge chaos started in the world. Okay, and what happened? There was a high possibility that World War III will be break out. But I've learned history, right? But I've heard this one. But instead of World War III, what happened? 3 groups were formed in the earth. Okay, in the entire globe, 3 groups were formed. Okay, one group is here. Let me tell, one more group is here, and one more group is here. Okay. Guys, is my video lagging too much? I solve this problem. Okay, 3 groups. What are the 3 groups if you ask me? That is, one is something called USA, and one more is something called USSR, and one more group is there. I'll tell you about that. USA means everyone know America. USSR means Russia. Yes or no? Okay, and one more group is there where we people belong. Okay, that is something called Commonwealth nation. Okay, Commonwealth nation. Now, when this Russia attacked Afghanistan, one country joined one continent, and what happened? They formed the 3 groups. Okay, we told, hey boss, no, after Second World War, there is a huge destruction in our country. We will not join. They told, no, either you join with us, otherwise you think you are with them. We will attack you. They told, either you join with us, otherwise you think you have joined with them. We will attack. But somehow we have to survive. So some group of nations we combined, and we also made one particular nation. Now what happened here? When Russia attacked Pakistan, the Cold War between the nations started. Cold War means, you know, right? What does happen now? Instead of actually fighting, they will start demonstrating the nation power with the help of a nuclear weapons. Heard about nuclear weapons, right? Now what happened? Today USA will announce I have one nuclear weapon. They will now inform I have 10 nuclear weapons. Very next time what will happen? USA will announce I have 100. They'll announce 1,000. Means what is happening? These nations started demonstrating their power to the nation. That is only we call it as Cold War. Now when this has started, now there is a high power. Now you might have read about Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? When USA dropped the bomb on those two places, such a huge destruction happened. Now these people are telling I have thousand. What is that? Nuclear weapon. Now there is a high possibility that he may attack him and he may attack him. Now what is required? That time what is required? Intelligence is required. That is, softwares were required so that their spies can send their message to that country. Their spies can send message to their country. Means a communication between the nation should happen. At that time, what was the language was there? C++ language. Yes or no? Now USA, we had something called what is that spy agency? Something called CIA, okay, and FBI, and these people have something called KG, something is there, okay, spy agency. And India had something called RAW. Remember, you would have heard this one, RAW. Okay, leave. So, what is the actual scenario is that if these people want to attack to these people, the spies who are present inside this one, they need to inform them. Okay, same thing they have to do with them, and the same thing should happen between them. Now, communication should happen fast. Fast communication happen. How it can happen with the help of a computer. Yes. So what happened? These people had something called, because they are very rich, they'll have something called Mac operating system, that is Apple, and these people are very, very smart. So let me tell it as something called Linux. And India also somehow also they have on computer. Let me take India as something called Windows operating. Now communication should happen. To communicate at that time, what happened? One miracle also happened in the world. What happened in 1990s? Internet came into existence. Okay, that is after this one in 1990s. Internet was invented. What does internet will do? It will help us to connect to two devices. Yes or no? Means what happened when internet came into the system? All the countries got connected together. All the countries got connected together. Now, if USA is planning to attack, then what will happen? Immediately, one code will be written in which one? C++ language. It was sent to USSR. Okay, if they want to attack, what happened? Again, because C++ was the only language available right at that time, so they wrote the code and they sent to something called this person. The same way the communication was happening between the countries. But one problem came. What is that? Portability concept. Compiling in one place, execution in another place. Will it work? No. They had what? Mac. They had what? Linux operating system. Immediately they spy, okay, they are attacking today in this particular place, in this particular time, they are compiling the it will download it, but when they run, output is coming, no, error is coming. Oh, at that time, tell me, do you think Rustu would have been ever imagined in his life in 1987 Russia will attack, big groups will be formed, internet will come, all the words will be connected, different operating systems. Do you think he would have imagined that? So that is the reason he had a strong belief that there is no requirement of portability in today's world. Okay. So I believe this much is clear. Yes. So this was the main reason, guys. Why what I'm telling you is that because of which C++ got failed. Now remember, at that time what happened? One language was there. Okay, one team was there who were working on a language, developing less memory, structured programming language, data security, portable language also. That language only we call it as what? Java language. Java language, and this was developed by a group of 11 members. A group of 11 members. Who was the head of the team was something called James Gosling. Okay, head of this team was what? James Gosling and his team. Okay, now at this when this happened, this kind of scenario at that time, these people got a huge opportunity in the market. Just C++ got failed. Now we have a language which is portable also. We can easily have a communication between that. So what happened in 1994? The beta version of Java was released in the market. Beta version means before actual releasing a version or any product in the market, will just dumbly will release somewhere so that we can take a feedback. Okay, by taking the feedback, what happened in 1995, Java 1.0 version was released into the market. Okay, means remember guys, 1995, at that time what happened, the first Java version was released into the market. Yes, understanding? Online student, is it clear till here? Online? Yeah, okay. Now remember guys, in 1995, okay, 1995, today is 2023. Okay, how many years? How many years? That is, I can tell it as 25, 28 years nearly. Now it has been 28 years, guys, nearly. Go to the Google, go and search. Okay, there is one website called Tyobe. Okay, Tyobe. This website. What does this website is going to do? Every month, they will release the ranking of the programming language. Which is the programming language highestly developed? Okay, downloaded, utilized in the market. How many softwares that are getting created? Based on their analysis, this website will release the ranking. Now go to the Google and search from 1995 till 2023. Today also in the top 3 position. That is 1, 2, and 3. Top 3 position Java language will be there. Okay, top 1, 2, or 3. In this place, at least there is one position where Java language will be available. Now go to. I am not telling. Go to the Google and search which language is best suitable for the freshers to provide the job opportunities. Otherwise, go and search in the Google which language provides the highest number of job openings for a fresher. Then the answer will be Java only. Not C language, not C++ language, neither Python, .NET, nothing. The Java is one such language that can be adopted by all the companies and it provides the highest number of job openings still today. I am not telling you can go and do the research in the book. Understanding? Now tell me, you are here to just learn or also you require a job here? You also require a job, right? Or you are just here to learn? I believe everyone required a job. Now, why you want to learn any other language where job opportunities is less for the freshers? Freshers are let it be experienced on. Okay, understanding? So, if you learn the Java, the job openings are too much urgent, and what is that? Competition is less when the openings are more. Okay, that too for a fresher, for a let it be experienced person or a fresher person. The learning Java is very easy, using which we can easily step into an. If you have one such language, why would you like to prefer to learn any such language? That is the reason. What is that? I am going to teach you a Java language, and this is the reason why I am going to tell you that yes, please prefer Java because highest number of job opening, easily you will get a good package, and it's very easy to get into it. Once you step into an IT, then if you have any other mind of learning any other language, you can easily switch it. But getting into an IT is very, 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 very difficult task. To do that, Java is the one best thing to get in an IT. Okay, so this is the reason why I am pitching for you to Java. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Online? Online students, is it clear? Yes. Please acknowledge me, everyone. Okay. I believe you people got the answer. Just stay in the meeting, guys. 1 minute. There is one announcement need to be made. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Okay. Please stay in the.
Hello all, good morning. So Vaishnavi here. I'm from BJS team and I'll be handling the placements. So you can uh, the chat box is enabled and you can put up your queries whatever from your end. So today we will be discussing regarding the placements. So before that I would like to see at least a good morning from you all. Nice. Okay, guys. So let's start the session. So today we are looking regarding the placements. So where we'll see how placement works and why is placements and what is placements. So here, all of you, all for the for the initiative of training and placements. So if you take the training, you'll be under the development or testing, where you'll be going under the software field, where for the development or the software testing part. So here, as you already know, the course period is like 4 to 5 months. So first 40 days will be the classes of core Java conducted. So post that we will be providing you placements. So first 40 days of your training classes is very mandatory. Post that, we will be giving you the placement opportunities. So I think today is the day one for you all. I think like 18 candidates are there. And may I know which year pass out are you? You can put up the year of pass out in the chat box. 2022, 2019. Others? Okay, 2015. Others? 2023, 2015, 2016. Okay. So here I will be giving you a suggestion. If you are above the year of 2019 pass out year, you can take up the course of development, where you'll be getting n number of opportunities for the development part. So here for 1 month, we will be approximately sharing you the drives of on a range of 70 to 100. It is approximate rate because due to recession, we are in some crisis of drives, which is like we are getting like 59 place, but still approximate to 70. So what you can do is, like, if you are below 2019, you can go for testing, because testing though you don't have any criteria and any year of pass out that also can be considered. So below 2019 you can go for testing, and after from 2019 to 2023 you can go for development. And also since if you are from non-IT background, you can go for testing, because testing has very minimal of coding, and the theoretical part will be more, the coding part will be less, where the development part is full of the coding part only, where you'll be learning the programming and concepts taught by our trainers. Until here, any doubt? Okay. So why placement is mandatory? We'll go to this part. So once you complete this training, is there any scope for testing? Of course there is. So once you join the company, you'll be considered as fresher, and post 2 years you'll be considered as experience. Always remember, like 0 to 2 years is a fresher experience. Fresher post 2 years you'll be considered as experienced persons. So that 2 years, what you are studying and how you develop yourself is really matters, because we have a company list of companies where if the company is from a mid-sized startup, and that company has about 200 employees and it's hiring for testing, the package will be very good. For example, it starts with 4 LPA, and after 2 years definitely you'll be having a hike where the package will be either 8 LPA or 10 LPA. Still, this based on company to companies. And if you're looking for some MNC, obviously the package will be less, maybe 3.5 LPA or something. And according to their company protocols, they'll be giving you a hike, either yearly hike or 6 months one hike. Package differs from company to companies. Also, the process and protocols also differs. So we can't stick into one process, or we can't either promise that you'll be getting a hike definitely. So for testing also there is a good scope, as like for development. And apart from this, we'll see why the placement is very mandatory, because the placement sessions after the training, here you come for the cause that you want to get trained and getting placed. So here for placement we are not providing any charges, only for the BJS trained candidates. And you'll be given you a priority that you'll be attending n number of placements. N number of placement is like, until you're getting placed you can attend all the drives. So that opportunity you have, where you can attend all the drives. And always remember, you can start attending the drives right from the 40th day of your class. The 40th day is considered once the core Java is completed. why we are not able to join development, because a development coding will be more. If you wanted to join development, you can, since you're 2015 pass out, you can join development, but you can expect less number of drives. We understand the corporate perspective and we are giving you a suggestion. If you have that confidence that you can crack any interviews and you can develop a code, and you have very good coding skills, then you can join development. For 2019, development is better or testing is better? I consider development and testing also, since you are into the mid range, where 2019 is not a fresher, also it's not old year pass out as well. So it is up to you. Sumati, so 2019 you can go for either testing or development, because you will be having a opportunity to attend both the drives, either testing also, development also. So this is up to you, which one you have to choose, because the opportunities also will be equal for 2019. And here, let me explain you the process, how the placement works in BJ's Up. So as I said, the 40th day is completed for you. The core Java classes will be completed. Post that, you will be taking up the placement opportunities. You will be added to the placement group. The placement group is nothing but where we share the opportunities for a other batch of candidates as well. So here you'll be getting at least one drive per day or two drives. It is based on the opportunities that is shared in the market. If the a fresher opening is really wide in the market, you'll be getting a minimum of 5 opportunities per day. If the opportunities for freshers is less in the market, you'll be getting at least one, because we have like 800 plus clients where we will be sharing the development and testing candidates to our clients. Client is nothing but where we tie up with the companies for fresher hiring. And next part is the grooming session. The grooming session is nothing but the resume building session that will be taken once you are eligible for the placements. And apart from the resume building, you'll be getting mock interviews based on the technologies you're getting trained. And after the mock interviews is getting over, you'll be having a guidance for the placement. Guidance for the placement is like, for in case if you're taking the aptitude test, the soft skill session will be taken. And for the technical round, our trainers will be guiding you on the coding questions and assessments, which will be conducted in-house. In-house means is nothing but we will be conducting the assessments internally. And mock interviews will be the HR rounds and technical rounds. It will not consider the aptitude test. Aptitude test is where you have to go to the assessment platform, and the platform we will be guiding you what are the platforms available in the market currently, and which company is using which market. We will be having the access to it, and we will be sharing that assessment links to you, and you can get practice. So this practice helps you to crack each round of interviews. So until here, any doubts? Now there is a recession for 2 months around, and is there opening for freshers within 2 months? Of course, the fresher hiring is already started. If you could go to our Instagram page, we are already back with the flow of the fresher interviews. It is up to you where you are, how you are preparing for the interviews and cracking the opportunities. Still, the recession is not over, but I think mostly until March, this problem will be going on. The layoffs and recessions. Post that, the drives will be normal, and the fresher season starts from March, because every college pass out month will be either April or May. The campus hiring also starts, and the off campus also starts from there. So from March until September, the drive flow will be good, where I mentioned like 70 to 100 drives per month. So in this 70 to 100, you will be getting no criteria also, which will be helpful for the no old year pass out, the percentage criteria where you are not getting matched, and also the bond. Bond will not come under no criteria, but still some companies will not have bond. If you go for testing, the bond will be less in the opportunities we'll be sharing with you. And one more process, let me explain to you how the placements we will be sharing you to the we will be sharing with you. So first thing, we as mentioned, you'll be getting into the group which is called placement group. Once you complete the course Java, you'll be adding to that group. Suppose that we will share a JD which consists of a Google form. So in that Google form, you can go through it. The every criteria details will be mentioned, where starts from the company name, package details, location of the company, and what are the skills that the company or this requirement is needed, and what is the year of pass out, and rest details will be based on the requirement. And the certificate submission also matters, because some companies will be looking for the original certificate submission and some companies will not. So based on that, you have to apply. So you can apply the company based on your interest. If you are just applying for a practice sake, and in the final round, if you are not attend sorry getting ready to join the company, that also is a effective thing for your placement opportunities. So one rule we have in BJSUB is like, once you get an offer, you have to join the company. In case if you're not joining the company after the offer is released, you'll be considering into the block list. Block list is nothing but you are not eligible for placements. So make sure you are not rejecting any offers. So in this Google form, we will be giving you the list of mandatory fields, where your name, contact details, email ID. I hope previously you'll be looking into some, at least one or two opportunities before joining BJSUB. So in that is how we'll be sharing. So that is for outsiders, and internally we have some process where you have to follow all the process in the groups. So mostly try attending the offline interviews. I suggest offline interviews because the result will be in maximum 1 or 2 days. If you go for online interview, we have to check for the technical panel availability, and from there the result will be processed after 1 week. So that is a very long process, and we don't even assure like when the result will be out, because it is not in our hand, it is in the client's hand. Whenever they are giving the update, that time only we can share you the results. But if you are attending the offline session or offline interviews, the results will be then and there. For example, XYZ is company coming for today for offline interview. Morning you're attending the drive, evening you can get the result, and by in 1 or 2 days you can get the offer letter. And if the company is looking for the immediate joining, you can join in 1 week. This is how offline interview works. So may I know how many of you are from Bangalore? Others? How many of you are from Bangalore? Mainly Sumati is from Bangalore. Others? Which city are you from? Okay. Okay. Others also can mention which city if you are not from Bangalore. Please be interactive in the classes. It is helpful for you and also us, so that we can recognize you, and also you also can solve many queries by asking your doubts. Andhra Pradesh. Others? Okay. Anyone from Pune or North side? Yes, Abhishek, you can attend the drive after completing your course also. It is based on your interest, but minimum eligibility you have to attend the drive is like 40 days. Because Core Java comes under testing also, development also. Yes, offline classes are there. You can check with Sidhu sir. Based on the timings, you can go to the office and take up the sessions. Okay, so most of them are from Bangalore and Andhra Pradesh. So
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Vaishnavi ma'am got some calls, that's the reason. So I'll be taking further. Yes, do you have any kind of doubts? Please let me know. Who have any doubts? Please speak out. Hi, Dhruva. Actually, there is nothing as such difference from the different coaching, but the main thing is like it depends upon the mentor how they take it further regarding the coaching centers and stuff. But everything remains the same. I mean, coaching center, what they'll do is they'll actually give a training on different skill sets like Java full stack in this Angular and all. Everything will be included. So this would be the difference between our coaching center and the different coaching centers. Yes, Sumati, you have a doubt for 2019. Yes, it is like actually it's very easy that you'll get a job into a manual testing part or automation testing part that doesn't make any problematic. So it would be very easy for the placements. Any doubts? Others, do you have any kind of doubts? So you can just ask me directly.
sorry guys, there was a technical issue.
Okay, Vaishnavi, you can just continue, please.
Sure. Thank you. So coming to the WhatsApp group for the placement part, as mentioned, the Google form will be shared with you based on the companies. For example, I think Sidhu sir in the group. Sidhu, can you share one requirement in the group?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Is it shared, Sidhu?
Can I share in the chat box, Vaishnavi?
Yes, you can share it here only.
Okay.
So I'll 1 second. So guys, if you see, there is a requirement shared in the chat box where this company name is called Atman and the company role is mentioned as software developer. And here we have mentioned all the details according to the company's criteria, whatever the requirement criteria they have shared it with us. So this is the requirement where the client is looking for. The candidate should be eligible for all the criteria mentioned here. If you go for the qualification, you can see BTech, MTech, MCA, BCA, and BE. Specialization, any. That means you can be from any background, which is like computer science also, arts also, any criteria. Sorry, any background. And year of passing, the 2018 to 2023. And the company is looking for the immediate joiner. So the company process will be getting over in few days, and you can join the company as soon as the date is given. And the percentage is like 60%. 60% is is the average percentage where all the company comes in for. So 60% throughout the graduation is very mandatory. And salary will be 4.5 to 5.2 LPA. And the salary details also mentioned. So the training, how many period it will be mentioned, 10,000. And the probation is like for 3 months, and in the probation period also you'll be getting 10,000 in hand. And bond, which is like 2 years. Bond is nothing but the service level of agreement. So the company will be giving you the training. So while providing the training, they'll be training you on the technologies according to the project. So for example, if I'm running a company and I have a project of some cloud services, so I'll be giving you a training for 2 months, and the 2 months, the training charge, I'll be taking care of it. So that is why bond is there. The service level of agreement is nothing but, so we'll be providing you training, and you should work on the skills which we train it to you. So in case if you're breaking a bond, some penalty will be there if in case if you're breaking the bond. So that that also varies from company to company. Some company will be charging only the training charges where you have to pay. And the job location, Noida. So if you are from Noida, you can apply, or if you can relocate to Noida post the interview process, then also you can apply. In case if you're not ready for relocation, then you can drop the requirement. You can go for other requirement. Interview rounds, how many interview rounds is that? 3 interview rounds. The first will be online. MCQ means the multiple choice questions, and coding round. If you're taking the first round, mostly it will be either assessments or coding round. Coding round is nothing but you'll be getting 2 questions of coding where you have to code and execute. And technical round is nothing but based on the skills, they'll be asking you the questions. And third round will be the HR discussion. It will be based on your communication and the salary discussion and other things HR will be explaining it to you. Apply link is nothing but if you click the link, it will direct to the form. So that page consists of all the details where you have to fill in your name, contact, and other details. Got it? Any doubts, guys? Nowadays, Gay Spider and Q Spider will give training, but not 100% job placements. I can't answer this because you can check with the J Spiders and Q Spiders, but here we are providing you 100% job placements. If you have any doubts on the placement, you can go to our Instagram page. We'll be posting the requirements then and thereby. If a company is coming in today evening, you can expect the poster of the company. So the opportunities will not be shared with the outsiders, only for the BJs of candidates. Me 2022 pass out from ECE department. Which course should I select? So ECE, do you know any coding, like any subject you have been learned until now based on the coding part? You can unmute and speak, Manoj. Okay. So the course, if you want to go for development, since you're 2022 pass out, you can go for development also, because we'll be teaching you right from the scratch. And if you want to go for testing, since you're not from the circuit branches, you can go for testing also. It is based on your interest. But 2022 pass out, we have n number of opportunities. The only thing 2022 pass out your candidates, the company will be looking for is the candidate should be strong in coding skills. So from my side, I'll be suggest you go for development, because it will be teaching you right from the scratch. So others, any doubts? For React.js, there is no there is uh, no course with us, but we have companies who will be hiring for React.js. So mostly the company will be looking for the candidate should be strong in coding skills, and they'll be hiring you and putting you into the project of React.js. 2019 more opportunities we can get, ma'am. Yes, you can get if you check the above conversation, scroll up and check. The most of the companies will be looking for no criteria and from 2019 pass out only. Any doubts regarding the placements? So according to the session today, this is how the placement works. So just you have to remind 3 pointers. First is the preparation of how many number of hours you're giving on your self preparation and the upskilling, that matters really. So once the class is over, at least prepare for half an hour or 1 hour. Practice on coding. That is how you'll get more opportunities to crack. And one more thing is like be interactive in the sessions. Whatever the sessions classes are taken from our end, kindly put up your queries and solve your queries then and thereby. And also attend the calls. If you are getting calls from unknown number, that might be because of you are applied for interview. So please be answerable and pick the calls, because client will be calling you also. So most of the placement things will be taken post your 40 days. We can discuss more on this once your basic classes is done. If there is a bond for 2 years, what can do? Why do you want to quit? You're a fresher, so you don't want to quit if there is a bond is nothing but it is an agreement that you have to give your 2 years to the company, and the first year will go on training only. Some company will give you training on 6 months, some company will give you training for 1 year also. So that is a add-on for you. Bond is nothing but it's agreement. It is positive for you and the company will not terminate you, and if only if you are leaving, you have to pay the penalty. Which day class will be start for testing? So mostly from tomorrow the classes will be started, and the first subject you'll be learning will be the core Java. That will be 40 days as mentioned. So post that, you'll be learning the manual and automation testing. So regarding the class timings and the durations, you can check with Sidhu sir. After place, can we continue classes? Of course, you can continue the classes, Sumati. So you can complete the course even after you're getting placed, and you can get the certification as well. Uh, Apart from this, any doubts? Okay, if in case not any doubts, we can wind up the session. So kindly check with Sidhu sir if you have any doubts regarding the classes or class timings or placement, whatever the query regarding the courses you have about to enroll, you can check with your trainer or Sidhu sir. If you get a job in 40 days, can we get a certification of the full course? Of course, yes, that you need to check with Sidhu sir regarding the certification. So regarding the placements, you can ask me now. Okay, guys, thank you. We will meet again once the placement session is started for you. Thank you all. Have a good day.
We'll have to one-to-one call. Okay, hi guys. So we'll wind up the session. So I already mentioned of my name, so my number. So if you have any doubt, just feel free to call me, okay? I'll wind up the session now. Thank you, guys.